TF2 is a very unbalanced and unfair game, and I'm making this video, which is basically just talking about how it could be, changed so it could be more balanced. Anyways, let's start with Scout. So the Pretty Boy's pocket pistol, it's too underpowered. It needs a buff. I'm thinking maybe it should give Scout more health. So like maybe, I don't know, let's say 100 health per hit. I think that's a that's pretty balanced. The Sandman, oh my god, it's too good. It needs to be nerfed. It's too over. Like if you go in any server, like I bet there's gonna be a Scout using the Sandman, because honestly, why would you use any other melee? The Sandman is the best melee for Scout, and it needs a nerf. So I'm thinking we should remove the ball, but keep the maximum health penalty. Next is the Babyface Blaster, and they should just remove the boost mechanic. It's too complicated for new players. The Backscatter is debatably one of Scout's best primaries. It's so good to the point where I actually joined a community server yesterday on TF2, and they actually banned the Backscatter. If you equip the Backscatter, you actually got banned permanently. So I think the way the Backscatter can be fixed is to just lower the accuracy like a ton, because it's too accurate. Like the accuracy needs to be lowered. Like you can't even hit something like 1 centimeter away from you. I think that's how inaccurate it should be. The Sun on a Stick isn't as good as the Sandman, but it's still pretty good. I think it needs a nerf, and I have an idea on how to nerf it. Instead of critting people who are on fire, it should just mini crit people on fire. That's a pretty good change. That'll make it balanced. That'll make it not so overpowered. Because in its current state, critting people, holy shit, it just does so much damage when you crit people. Now Soldier, the black box, it needs a buff. It needs a buff. Come on, man. We should remove the clip size penalty. And there we go. That's fair. That is completely fair. And now the stock shovel. You should just remove the stock shovel from the game. It's too confusing for new players. Honestly, it's just no. Okay, now on to Pyro. Pyro, like as a whole, is way too underpowered. The Air Blast is just so bad for Pyro. I think they should just buff it. And here's my idea. Basically, you know how when you Air Blast projectiles, they mini crit? No, I think they should just crit. When you play on the ×10 server and you Air Blast, it's like like a yeah. I think that should just be in the game. I think that should just be programmed in the game. I think that Air Blast in ×10 is actually really fair and balanced. Anyways, the Air Blast is currently too weak. It needs a bunch of buffs. Yeah, those are just some ideas on how to buff the Air Blast. The next one is, the next thing to buff for Pyro would be the Phlogistinator. It's too fucking shit, honestly. Like, it's so bad. It needs a buff. And here's my idea. I think it should be given the ability to Air Blast. So there's this mode in TF2 called a Randomizer, and one time I played, I was in Randomizer, and I got Pyro with a minigun, and honestly, I couldn't tell the difference between that and Pyro with the Man Melter, because the Man Melter is just so fucking overpowered, and it needs 10 quadrillion nerfs. So please, Valve, if you're listening, in the heavy update, I really, really want this weapon to be nerfed to the point where nobody's gonna fucking use it ever. So I think the projectile speed should just be decreased, because it's too fast. Like, it's like the direct hit on fucking steroids. It's too fast. So like, because if you lower the projectile speed, it at least gives people a chance to like dodge it. Because currently the Man Melter is just, it's practically a fucking bullet, how fast it goes. Also, it shouldn't be able to get crits from extinguishing players. That's just too good. Like, that situation happens too much where the enemy team has a Pyro who's constantly igniting people into flames. That happens way too frequently, and the Man Melter will get way too many crits. So either remove that mechanic or make it cap at 1 crit. Next is the Gas Passer, which it's not too overpowered, but it's still like pretty much a direct upgrade from the stock shotgun. And I think instead of taking 1 minute to charge completely, it should take 5. The next is the Thermal Thruster, and this gives Pyro the ability to fly. And honestly, I think That's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard. Giving Pyro the ability to fly? No. 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 It should be nerfed. So here's what I'm thinking. Okay. You know how when you like use a thermal thruster, you stay in the air for a little bit? I think that should be where you stay in the air for like 10 hours. And then you fly. Okay, so like it gives a little bit of it's a little delay before you start to fly. Like you use it, just 10 hours in the air, like pretty much T-posing in the air, and then you fly. I think that's fair. And I did email Valve about it actually, but they said stop fucking emailing us or we'll block you. I don't know, some weird shit like that. Anyways, that's how I would nerf the thermal thruster. Now, the extinguisher and the postal pummeler both need a nerf. I mean, they're the same fucking shit. But you know how it mini crits people on fire? That should just be removed, honestly. That's just... Come on, man. Really? The pyro shouldn't be able to get mini crits from a fucking melee. That's stupid. Why would... No. That's dumb. Demo Man is a pretty balanced class in general. Also, going a little bit off topic here, but... God, like... The Iron Bomber is a pretty dope reskin of stock. Not gonna lie. Anyways, Demo Man, I think there's one weapon that really needs balancing, and that's a Caper. Because it's so overpowered. Like, because you're able to consistently kill pretty much an overhealed heavy in one hit. So I think what should happen is, instead of being able to do so much damage, you should only do 1 damage when you hit somebody with it, right? And when you hit somebody with it, you die instantly. The Brass Beast is... Oh, also, I noticed that I keep overusing the word overpowered. But come on, like, most of these weapons, that's the only way you can describe them. Anyways, the Brass Beast is overpowered. It needs a nerf. But don't worry, I'm here to fix that. I know how to nerf it. So basically, just remove the ability to, like, walk as a heavy when you're using the Brass Beast. And the mistake they did was they only slowed down the speed he went when he's revving. No, I think they should go like, even if you're just holding it without revving, you shouldn't be able to move. So you have to like switch to your secondary or melee to actually move. Because honestly, just that might make it you know, like unbanned from competitive, because God, it's so fucking overpowered. The Hershey's bar is the best lunchbox item for heavy, and we don't see any other lunchbox items being used because this is just, like, it just surpasses them in every level. So I think we should remove the ability for heavy to get higher maximum health. That's just, come on. What were they smoking when they made that idea? Yeah, man. Let's make it so that heavy has plus 50 maximum health. No, what? That's fucking stupid. You know how overpowered that is? 50 fucking health? Dude. So fucking overpowered. That's like 1 body shot. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Fucking stupid. Yeah, man. Maximum health. Fucking Peter Griffin's ballsack. The family business needs a nerf. I think it should just do less damage. So currently I think the family business is a negative 15% damage penalty. I think it should just be a negative 50% damage penalty. Finally, the Gru. The Gru. There we go. It's been nerfed a couple times, like only a couple, but it's still too good. Like, come on, you're giving heavy the ability to walk fast? No, we can't have that. So I think we should just remove the movement speed. The gunslinger needs a buff. So there's 2 options. One, we can make it so that mini sentries, instead of costing 100 metal, they only cost 50. Or we can make it so that mini sentries have more health, because 100 is kind of shit. Like, one Demo Man pipe can bring it down, a direct hit can bring it down, 2 body shots can bring it down. No, come on. Like, I think the mini sentry needs 300 health. Okay, next is the Wrangler. God fucking damn it. Like, have you ever seen somebody use this other than rocket jumping engiqueers? Because I haven't, honestly. Like, when would you ever use this? This is terrible. It's so bad. So I think in order to make it good, we should buff it to where when the engineer has it held out, he's ubered. And yeah, hopefully we can see people using this weapon, because it's so underused. The Southern Hospitality is fucking great. It's great. I don't want this to be nerfed, but Like in my original script, I wasn't gonna nerf this, but then I gave the script to my friend, and he said, "What about the Southern Hospitality?" No, I didn't talk about it. Why? It's kind of overpowered. Yeah, but like I like using the weapon, because honestly, I use this weapon a lot because it's just so good. You know, it's really fun to use because of how good it is. But okay, I guess it is a little bit overpowered, so let's nerf it. So instead of inflicting bleed damage on people, we should just remove that. Next is the Thompson, which is another direct upgrade from stock. Why would you ever use the shotgun or the panic attack over the Thompson? You won't. You will never use. No, that's never. That's not even an option. Like, you probably haven't even thought about that. That wasn't even a thought in your brain of the stock shotgun or the panic attack being better than the Thompson. That doesn't exist in this universe. So the Thompson needs a nerf. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking instead of having a clip of 4, it should have a clip of 1. The Vaccinator. Oh my god. This is so this is like the worst medi gun. It's terrible in competitive and it's terrible in casual. Like, come on, it's so bad. It's like so bad. It is so bad. It is so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. So we should buff it where we remove the less overheal and then make it so that you can heal really fast. That's how I think I would buff it. Like, and when I say heal really fast, like I mean faster than the quick fix. Because honestly, like I could go on and on how bad the Vaccinator is, like how underpowered it is. Like, come on, man. 4 Uber charges, that's so terrible. Why not 8? The Uber Saw is basically like pineapple on pizza. You either like it or you hate it. And some people hate it and want to get nerfed. Other people liked it, but like it isn't powerful enough, so they think it needs to be buffed. I think it needs to be buffed, but you know, there's other people who say it needs to be nerfed. So I'll go with the nerf. Okay, if you wanna nerf it or nothing, you should actually make it where it removes Uber on hit. But let's say you're like me and you're a normal person with high IQ and think it needs to be buffed. I say, like, you should get 100% Uber in 1 hit. 4 hits is too much. 3 hits is too much. 2 hits is okay, but 1 hit, okay, that's balanced. That's fair. It should only be 1 hit to get 100% Uber. Okay, everybody's favorite class, Sniper. The Sydney Sleeper is just so bad. It should get a buff. So I think an interesting mechanic would be like basically a reverse sniper rifle. So it will do normal damage on headshot, right? But it would crit on body shot. Yes, I think that is a fair change. The Cleaner's Carbine should be nerfed. I don't know how it'll be nerfed, cause like it's just so good. Like I do want it to be like, you know, a viable side read, but I don't know how I would nerf it so that it would actually be like fun to use and actually good. I can't think of anything. So if you can like type in the comments any ideas on how you can rework it, because I think that's the only option we can have, like rework the weapon into something else, then please leave it. Another option we have to fixing the Cleaner's Carbine is to remove Sniper from the game. I think that would actually fix the problem entirely. This is so sad, guys. Spy. Too good. Spy is the best class in the game. I don't know where I got this from, but I'm pretty sure he has the highest DPS. So let's start with the Ambassador. And anyways, in its current state, it's too fucking easy to use. It's too easy to land headshots. Like, come on, it's too fucking easy. So I think what we should do is remove the headshot mechanic. So basically, it can't headshot. The Enforcer is another weapon that's too good. Like okay. Here's what should happen. It should get a 90% damage penalty, because that'll make it fair. Because since it has a very useful pierce mechanic, like the 90% damage penalty will make sense. Because the Vaccinator again is an awful minigun, right? It's so bad, and then you make a weapon that counteracts a shit weapon. Like what? Counteracts? That's not a good word. That counters a shit weapon. Why would you make a overpowered weapon just to counter a weapon that's not even good? Okay, now on to the knives. The kunai is an OP weapon. I don't know why anybody would use stock over the kunai, because the kunai is practically a direct upgrade, and it's because you get the ability to overheal yourself as Spy without a medic, and that shouldn't be possible in the game. So that's why the Hershey's bar, actually, I thought needed to be nerfed, because it's pretty much like giving yourself 50 overheal. Here's how I thought this should be balanced. The overheal would cap at 125. So the return reward is too OP, and it should be reverted to like its previous state where you can't disguise at all. Actually, now that I think about it, let's just remove like the mechanic where you disguise on backstab. Yeah. This is the only weapon that Spy has that is actually underpowered. And it's the Spycicle. It's so fucking bad. And I think a way to fix this would be where the Spycicle doesn't melt. Because honestly, it's just so bad. Why would you? Because it tells people where you are when you backstab somebody, because they turn twice. So I don't think they should even have this other like negative where it melts. It's so fucking bad. Anyways, that's the balances and changes to TF2 that I would make.